Welcome to Shahi Effect.
Sri D. Shivakumar with Sri Manoj P. Over to you, sir.
Hello. I think people are just trekking back after a sumptuous lunch. After the heavy discussions in the morning. Anyway, sir, thank you for coming for this fireside chat. A new port and a new destination for global trade, right? So, in management parlance, how would you look at it?
Yeah. The first thing I'd say is step back and look at the global trade data. If you look at global trade imports exports is roughly about $12 trillion on a total GDP of about $106 trillion globally. Okay? So trade is about 10-12%. Now, if you look at the top 10 exporters and the top 10 importers, the names of the countries are different only in two. For example, India is a very big importer. Okay? So the first thing I would say is trade is undergoing structural changes for the better, I think, in the future world. Don't look at this whole game as either a South Indian game or a triangle game, etc. I think India needs to increase its share of the pie of global trade, full stop. So whether Trivandrum, this port does it, or Chennai does it, or somebody else does it, we all benefit. I think that's the way I'd look at it, to say grow the pie and get a bigger share of the pie. That's fine.
Now, if you were involved in this project, what would you do to ensure that the entity building this port extracts the maximum value and mileage, not only for the core business, but also for the larger community living in and around, and of course for all the stakeholders connected with trade?
Yeah, so I would say first think of the ecosystem. You need to develop an ecosystem if you want to succeed. You cannot succeed on your own. So an ecosystem means everything from tourism, everything from connection to the airport, everything from a logistics school or college, everything from restaurants, hotels, medicine, the whole works. So you have to be seen as an absolute beacon of this industry based here. The advantage you have is that you're located beautifully. The closest analogy I'll give you is Dubai. Dubai is located exactly at the center of the earth. So Dubai flights can fly 15-16 hours one way and 15-16 hours the other way. It's a fantastic location. The same thing is true for you. You have a great location looking down to South Africa, looking down to Australia, New Zealand. Now, if you look at some of the things which move through ports as an entity, you get chemicals, you get coal, you get heavy machinery, all these, which by definition cannot go via air or any other modes of this thing. So coal, as we know, India will still use 25% of coal in the next 25-30 years. It's a big opportunity, not a small opportunity at all. Okay? So I think one needs to focus on that kind of a thing to say, hey, you know what, is my ecosystem ready? Let me give you a parallel example. Take the belt of Chennai, which has all the auto component companies. Today, they produce 30-40% of the global auto components. If you look at that belt today, there are more Korean restaurants than any other restaurant today. And some Korean food, Korean outlets are big there right now. And international schools have come up big time. Let me give another example from Bangalore. Bangalore, everybody talks as the IT hub. India has 201 IB schools. 42 of them are in Bangalore. Because when you get high quality global talent coming and working here, they will want high quality education here. So you need to start asking yourselves, hey, how can I get high quality IB schools in and around? I think that's very important. The other thing I would say is, and a lot of people mentioned this in the morning, that you're a disruptor in the transshipment space. You have a fantastic opportunity to build a business model which earns in dollars and the cost is in rupees. That's a very unique thing. So the IT services industry, which all of us appreciate, earns in dollars, cost structure is in rupees. The airline industry is the opposite. Okay, the revenue is in rupees and the cost structure is in dollars. So you have a unique ability to do that. Next, I would say, if I were involved with it, don't look at this as a physical thing. This has to be a phygital thing, which is physical plus digital. Can you be at the leading edge of digital for a port is my challenge to you. Every speaker in the morning mentioned, you're going to save 15 days. I don't think you realize the impact of that sentence that you're saying. 15 days means turnaround time dramatically changes. You're talking of 26 turns in a year. That's dramatic. In COVID, we turned what? 10 times a year or 8 times a year. So 26 rotations is fantastic. That's brilliant. Next, you're going to cut inventory in the whole chain. So any industry which has just-in-time requirement is absolutely prime candidate for you. Third, you're going to release working capital. So you should be going out, targeting the biggest global corporations and saying, this is our benefit. Not I'm a transshipment port. The real benefit is you are an agile port. That should be your slogan. We are agile and we save you tons of money and tons of time, which is the need of the hour.
Absolutely, you're very right. You're very right. Those are the concepts for which this port was conceived and developed. Now, another thing that I wanted to ask you is that port has got a much bigger global interface, given the nature of the business, right? So the initial days are very critical to create the best impression and to hit the right chord amongst the stakeholders. What are the enablers or contributors to achieve this?
That's a great question. The first thing is the quality of your customers should speak for you. If you go after cheap, low cost, low price paying customers, you will suffer all your life. So you have to go with customers who are top-notch names in the industry. Go after them. Once they come in, they will establish their ecosystems for you here. So you play with the best. Ecosystem means winners play with winners. Ecosystem does not mean losers play with losers. So you have to go, you are a big winning port, go to the best companies globally and tell them, come and establish something here. Okay? And really cultivate those relationships for the sake of the country.
Beautifully said, sir. We heard the minister in the morning talk about this Kerala being, perceived as a city that is a state that is prone to strikes and lockouts and all those things. Even though he said that that's not really true, because he mentioned the names of 3 states in which Kerala is not there, right? So despite this port is a semi-automated port and employs less number of people and all that. Do you think this project is going to be a game changer for Kerala's business landscape in that sense?
The short answer, yes, it will be a big game changer. I have worked in Kerala. As a young management trainee, I spent 4 months in Kerala, going outlet to outlet, Trivandrum, Palghat, Cochin, you name it, the whole bit. I just loved working here. Actual fact, the point you're making about Kerala being a strike state is a fact of the past. It's not today. If you look at the top 6 states today in strikes, Tamil Nadu is number 1, believe it or not. Okay, Tamil Nadu is number 1. Then you have Maharashtra, you have Madhya Pradesh, you have Gujarat, you have Kerala, and one more, I forget the 6th one. So you are not there, number 1. Number 2, remember, and I think the secretary made a wonderful point this morning, you are the fastest growing MSME base in digital. Strikes happen in a physical environment. Strikes do not happen in a digital environment. Remember that. So you have pivoted already to digital. So I would say you must build on the digital credentials. You have a port, which is physical entity. The analogy I'd give you is, think of a bank. A bank can be a physical entity. Almost everything in a bank today is done digitally. For example, we have 200 people here. How many of you been to a bank in the last 1 month? 1 month. How many of you have physically been to a bank in the last 1 month? Nobody. Can you believe it? So what you need to do is to say, I dock you, I help you in the port, everything else I do digital, which is the automation part. So I personally believe the phygital model of what you're going to do will be your differentiator, your competitive edge against anybody else. And coming late is actually a good thing in this industry today, because you look at established airports, you look at established bridges, they're built on technology of the 1940s and 1950s. You're coming in with 2020s technology. So your efficiency, I was just reading about you, you have a turnaround time of 23 hours. Challenge yourself to say, how can we make this 15 hours? And in doing so, my submission to all of you is, think world class. Do not think India class. See, you being better than Ennore Port is a given. That's not a game to fight. You have to be better than Jabal Ali. You have to be better than San Francisco. You have to be better than, Germany. Absolutely. That, if you're world class, 15 hours, then you see the game. That will change.
What signal will the opening of vizhinjam give to the global investor community about Kerala, in your opinion?
I think it can only be positive in the sense that people will say, you know what, India is investing heavily in infrastructure, and this is a great infrastructure input, $3-4 billion already that I saw in the notes. That's fantastic. And people will say, okay, good, how can we use it? Okay, can they deliver? Remember one thing about global routes, you don't have a second chance. If you mess up the first route, the first set of customers, the first OTIF, on time and full, delays, etc., if they happen, game up. They will not come back. So because remember, the whole global supply chain works on timeliness. You cannot be the odd man out in that chain. You cannot be the weakest link in that chain. So global people will see it as positive, but our delivery in terms of being on time and getting everything done on time is going to be crucial.
Absolutely. I would like to throw open the floor for discussion quickly. If somebody wants to ask anything from Mr. Shiv Kumar, please go ahead. Come on. Don't be shy. Ask. Is there anything that you would like to add, sir? Anything that you would like to add? Anything? Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is all that I wanted to ask, sir. Thank you so much.
So you can accept our token of appreciation, the token of love. Inviting Shri S. Hari Kishore IAS, the Managing Director for KSIDC, to give away the memento. That was our first fireside chat, and thank you, sirs, for enlightening us. So let's move on with the presentation. So the next session for the day is Navigating the Future, the Insights and Plans for vizhinjam by Mediterranean Shipping Company, and I would like to invite Sri Michael Aversa and Sri Gaetano Esposito, the head of Fleet Network Mediterranean Shipping Company, Geneva. I hope both of them are present here. We are just waiting for the chief invitees to come and join us. So by the time they come here, we would like to present the next presentation. It's Leveraging Kerala's Skilled Workforce for Sustainable Growth, a Competitive Advantage. And this presentation is marked by Shri S.S. Srijit, the CEO for GIIMS. The CEO for GIIMS with a presentation, a competitive advantage, leveraging Kerala's skilled workforce for sustainable growth.
Vizhinjam conclave and Vizhinjam port bring to mind Kerala's rich maritime legacy from centuries past. Originally an agrarian society, Kerala dazzled the world with its export of spices, our black gold pepper, cardamom, ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves alongside pulses, grains and timber trees such as teak and mahogany. This wealth attracted traders from Portugal, Netherlands, France and Britain. Malabar was a favorite for Babylonian and Roman traders, while Middle Eastern, Egyptian and Chinese traders thrived in the Indian Ocean, focusing on trade with Travancore, Cochin and Malabar provinces during 15th and 16th centuries. Notably, Kochi housed influential families with a vast connection to the East Indies. In 16th century, these merchants exchanged pepper for Portuguese copper, and Kulamukku and Kannur becoming hotspots for flourishing horse trade. With the Vizhinjam expansion, I believe Kerala is poised to rekindle this vibrant legacy of international trade. In the past, we transformed a rural economy into an international money market. Today, this 600-kilometer stretch of stunning coastline, endowed with the 4 international airports and the 2 international seaports, benefits a 6-lane highway and most financially lucrative Vande Bharat rail system and a model water metro in India, coupled with a fully literate population. Kerala is uniquely positioned for a logistics evolution, aligning with modern infrastructure advancements to pave the way for a new era of economic prosperity and global trade influence for the region. Honored dignitaries, esteemed government officials and cherished friends, I am delighted to represent Global Institute of Integral Management Studies, an institution with more than a decade of expertise in training individuals in logistics and supply chain management. Today, I wish not only to mention the promise held by New Kerala's infrastructure and natural resources, but the vital components needed to mold human resources in order to grab this golden opportunity developed through the establishment of Vizhinjam Port in Kerala. Kerala has remarkable infrastructure getting built in at our disposal. Yet it is the development of skill-based human capital that will anchor our future growth. Consider the intriguing challenge ahead. 65% of the children entering school today will pursue careers in the field that do not yet exist. Our rapidly evolving changes demands that our youth be adaptable, innovative, and capable of metaphorically building a plane in a flight. While we may not predict the exact nature of future jobs, the transformation of work itself is evident. Automation and artificial intelligence should not be viewed as threats but as gateways to progress. They will handle monotonous and labor-intensive tasks, paving the way for roles and celebrate creativity and innovation. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report in 2025 indicates that advancements in artificial intelligence and technology could transform or replace 92 million jobs by 2030. It's vital to remember that these same advancements are expected to generate 170 million new job positions requiring sophisticated skills. Moreover, fields such as information security and sustainable environment-focused industries are poised for substantial growth. Our mission should be to arm our youth with the competencies necessary to excel in these ever-changing arenas. Let us redefine our educational and vocational training frameworks, especially in the field of logistics and supply chain management, ensuring we are not merely preparing for today's jobs, but are poised to create and embrace the opportunities of tomorrow. With a skilled and adaptable workforce, we can navigate the tides of change and secure a prosperous future for everyone. Traditionally, the transportation and logistics industry has provided relatively easy access to employment, and most employees earlier had medium or low education levels. That's changing. As technology changes, the working environment and the sector's need for better educated workforce increases. After higher education, whether it be in vocational training programs or at institutions for higher learning like community colleges, polytechnics and schools and universities, is now important for an increasing number of transportation and logistics jobs. World Economic Forum again reports that 6 in 10 workers will require training before 2027. As the pace of change accelerates, businesses need to remain agile, employees need to remain updated. 90% of all information available today was created since 2022. That shows the pace at which new information is being created and the amount of learning constantly required for us to remain updated. In addition to technical knowledge, cognitive skills, the problem solving and creative thinking are growing in importance quickly. Lifelong learning is required. This can be provided by massive open online courses, MOOCs, such as Coursera and Swayam of India. Caution is needed in using online information. By 2025, 90% of all online content will be generated by artificial intelligence. So we also need to teach students how to dictate what is true, accurate, incorrect, outdated, or biased. I have the privilege of being with a group in Chennai some 22 years back as a junior executive in making a proposal to Indian Planning Commission, which is included now in the India 2020 report. But the necessary technology was not available in the early 2000s to make it possible. Today, with artificial intelligence, it is possible. With better foundations of school education, State of Kerala can lead the way. Artificial intelligence can generate the enormous opportunity for introducing AI-related skills at all levels of work and all fields. In education, it means every student should be taught how to learn by themselves through AI, and every teacher at every level should learn how to enhance the quality of education by utilizing AI. Beside, every educational institution can apply at least 50 functions in AI to improve its efficiency and effectiveness. The same is true of medicine and hospitals, all levels and fields of government administration, agriculture, and every business. Kerala can lead India and the world by a massive drive to impart and raise AI-related skills in all sectors of society. That will be enough to raise Kerala even to the prosperity of Europe or different states in America. Any level of educational qualification will not help a candidate unless she or he has the relevant skills, knowledge, attitude, and values. Since logistics offers multiple opportunities, Kerala shall focus on logistics skill training in India. For youth, logistics may be introduced as practical or project-based course for standards 10 to 12. Opportunity to get into entrepreneur ventures in logistics shall be created for students who are developing necessary skills. Creating an AI-enabled vocational training and strengthening the technical and vocational education training are some of the recommendations we would like to put forth from our institution of GIMS. Business values and right attitudes of workplace are higher psychological skills. The challenge is how to initiate or inculcate that in our curriculum, pedagogy and syllabuses. Entrepreneurs knows it very well that a highly skilled organization can never fail. It will keep on expanding. Skills are the capacity to harness our full energy and personal or organizational capacity. When skills are fully there, the work runs smoothly and expands. Work, money, and prosperity come wherever there is high level of skills. Raising the skills of the Kerala workforce will undoubtedly attract investments, business, and greater prosperity. In all cases where the local government prevents the expression of the skills, the skilled workforce will be attracted and welcomed to wherever place the skills are valued. Dubai and other parts of GCC are perfect examples in our front. Vizhinjam symbolizes the most wanted social environment. Hence, a highly talented and skilled workforce at the state can attract the high levels of investments. The changing environment and possible investments in education and skills will undoubtedly bring flow of prosperity to the youngsters of Kerala. This is the ecosystem awaiting Kerala. The entire range of vocational skills, especially in the field of logistics and supply chain management and in other fields, can be raised to the highest level by introducing state-wise vocational training supported by AI. Kerala can raise local skills to global level by introducing a massive AI-based vocational training program. Our collective commitment as private education institutions, corporates, universities and policymakers is to make necessary educational advancement, formulate sustainable practices and strategic partnership which will definitely enable Kerala to elevate its status on the global logistics map. By nurturing its skilled workforce, using newer technologies, State of Kerala can ensure that our journey towards sustainable growth is not only beneficial for today, but also for the generations to come. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thanks.
So that was Sri S.S. Srijit, the CEO for GIIMS. Now we have to present our token of appreciation and love. I would like to invite Sri Vishnuraj IAS, the Special Officer for IKGS, to present the memento.
കൂടുതൽ വിശേഷങ്ങളുമായി വീണ്ടും കാണാം. അതുവരെ ഏവർക്കും നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.